Okay, so now we want to add to our UI element. I'm going to create a bar that on one side, on the left hand side, it's going to have stamina, and on the right hand side it's going to have the amount of mana power that you have, so you can cast magic spells. So in ProBuilder, new shape, this time the X I'm going to have as 100, the Y as just 2, and the Z as 0.1. So I'm just going to hold shift and put that into place. And let's rename this. Instead of cube, we'll call it stamina bar. And its position, I'm going to change this to around minus 34.6 on the X. On the Y, this is going to be 10.8. And on the Z, I'm going to make this around 0.3. Okay, so it sits behind this object. Now at the moment it's a little bit small, so I just want to extend this. So going into face mode, just going to click on this face, and then that's going to allow me then to pull it out in order to match it up with the edge of this icon slot. Don't need to press shift or anything, I can just click and drag and it will automatically extend. That's pretty good. Let's do the same on the other side. Just click and drag forward. Yep, that's pretty good. Alright, nice. Now what I want to do is take my edge mode, take this very bottom edge, and I just want to pull this out to make it nice and sharp. So I'm going to pull it out by around 2. So you can see translation of 2.0 on the X. Let's do the same on the other side. So let's just click on this and pull it out by exactly 2 on the X. So that's minus 2 this time. Excellent. Okay, now I'm going to click on this outer edge. Let's do Alt L again to select the entire face loop. Let's go to ProBuilder, extrude faces, make sure it is 0.3, and just extrude out there. Okay, let's click this face. Let's do an Alt R to select the face ring, and let's once again extrude those faces. Now I want to take this outer edge, Alt L to select the entire loop. Now I just want to pull this back so it sits against this edge here. Oops, not that much. There we go. So that it sits just up against that edge. Alright, excellent. Now I'm just going to double click on this entire item. I'm going to go to Material Editor and I'm going to give this a silver material. I also want to ensure that it's smoothed. So I'm going to give it a smoothing value of 1. So that then we'll see in the game view that we've got this nice kind of bar that's going on here. Now in the middle section, if we just click on face, I actually want to extrude this. So holding shift, just going to pull this out by about 0.7, that should be fine. Okay, then I want to bevel this face. Now let me just see if the bevel I've currently got is going to work or not. Yeah, I think that's pretty good actually. Just double check that. That seems to be working fine. Okay, now it looks like I think the bevel is too much. Actually, I've got a bit of an issue going on here. So let me do Control and Z on that one. So let me change my bevel amount from 0.6 to maybe about 0.4. Click bevel edges. So again, I've still got a little bit of an issue going on there. Control and Z. Let's try 0.3. Bevel edges. Let's see what this looks like. I think that's okay. Just so I can see this kind of black line that's going on here. Whenever you've got a black line, it basically means that one face has probably intersected another face. If I just click this back face and then I do an Alt G. It's going to select all my faces, and then if I just click and drag, yeah, notice that that's gone completely black. Control and Z a few times. Oh, that's interesting. It was like that originally. Alright, so that means that my edge has been pulled too far back. That's what that means. So Alt and L. I'm just going to switch off my snapping. I'm just going to pull this forward. There we go, that's better. Pull this forward just a little bit until you get rid of that black. Okay, that's better. Yeah, alright, nice. Going to switch back on my snapping again. Go back to the mid face. Going to hold shift, pull it out until it's 0.7. And then let's try beveling again. Let's try going back to 0.6. I quite like that. And bevel that edge. That's better. Okay, now it's not affecting that outer piece in any way. That looks pretty good. Now what I want to do is shift and click on this bit in the middle. Material editor, I'll just maybe give this gold for now. And then I want to actually smooth this out. So just click number 1. And then you'll notice that you get this really nice kind of smooth bar going on there. But I want this bar to have maybe an orange colour. Orange for stamina. So let's click on the blood. Let's do Control and D to duplicate. Right click, rename, let me call it stamina. Okay, this time instead of it being bright red, I want it to be like bright orange. Really gonna oversaturate this. So hexadecimal code is EC8316. I'm going to go to Pro Builder, Material Editor, Project, and just drag stamina into the next available slot. I'm going to click on one of these faces, Pro Builder, select by material, and then give it the stamina. There we go, that's better. And now notice that we've got that really nice kind of stamina bar now going on in the background. Excellent. We also need to create another material, this time for the mana. Okay, so Control and D to duplicate again, right click, rename, let me call this mana. I think mana is spelt with one N, or might be two, I'm not sure. And this time I want this to be like an interesting kind of blue colour, something like this. Hexadecimal code 1673EC. Pro Builder, Material Editor, let's drag this one into the next slot. Let's once again click on this. Pro Builder, select by material, just see what the mana looks like. Yeah, alright, that looks really nice. Okay, excellent. So I'll just do Control and Z to undo that, Control and Z to put it back to stamina. Alright, excellent. So what we'll do in the next video is just create a bit of a background for this to hold all of these items.